Hello guys, a very good evening everyone. Welcome to the session. Welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep, your all-time favorite platform for the GATE, engineering services and other technical exam preparations. And this is Rakesh Talreja coming up live with an important discussion because now this is the time really. It's October started and 4 months left for the GATE examination. But what is very important, okay, especially the last moment of GATE, of course there will be some subjects for you which is left out. There will be so many tasks which is left out, but very important, okay, to manipulate your time, to manage your time, okay, and keep it separated for revision. How much time do you need for revision? Should you start it right now? Should you wait for the last month? And actually, why do you need revision? There is a science behind it, and if something has a scientific reason behind it, let's also come up with the scientific approach, the scientific techniques, okay, to talk about how to deal with the revision. So very good evening everyone. Good evening Ritik, Gauri, Bhanu. Very good evening everyone. Good evening Amin, Praveen, Meena. Yes. Okay, so let's get started and let's talk about the important parameters. Okay, step by step. Okay, let's get started. And then, once I finish my content, okay, if you have any more queries, I'll be ready to take it up. Okay, I'll be ready to take it up. So here goes the beginning. In case somebody new to my classes, this is something about me. This is Rakesh. I have secured All India rank 9th in the GATE examination and completed my Masters from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. I deal with the subjects of control system, digital electronic signal and system, electromagnetic theory, and in the general area, I deal with the maths and aptitude as well. Right, very good evening, Venkat Rao. All right, okay, this is a brief intro about me. Now guys, before I start up my content, some important updates for you that yes, Sunday, that is just tomorrow, 8th October, starting from 9 a.m. you get your chance to take your next step towards success in GATE. Yes, if you want a complete full-fledged preparation, okay, maybe the full courses or either by the crash course, whatever your target may be right now. Okay, to enroll into any course, you can get as much as up to 90% discount by proving yourself in this national scholarship test that is going to happen. That is going to happen tomorrow. Okay, so this is on the BYJU'S Exam Prep app, and one more important thing is again on the BYJU'S Exam Prep app. Okay, if you don't have, you can download from the Google Play Store, or there is a link in the description. You can download using the link as well. Wednesday, okay, 11th October at 7:30 p.m. all your favorite Abhinav Negi sir is going to come live with a free interactive workshop. Important one. Is it possible to cover GATE 2024 syllabus timely? Okay, if yes, okay, when to cover that timely, okay, how much can you cover in the remaining time, okay, etc. All these important parameters for the GATE preparation will be spoken about. Good evening Vinay, good evening Gautam, good evening Manikandan. Okay, so guys, here it is. This is what may be the status of many of the aspirants, many of the students right now. Okay, fully surrounded by topics left, fully surrounded by books, fully surrounded by notes. Okay, and at the same time, when you are able to look into that, when you look that there are a lot of things left, lot of books open. Okay, so we keep switching from one subject to another, second to the third to the fourth to the fifth, and etc. This leads to frustration, this leads to the lack of efficiency, okay, and this leads to demotivation for many of the aspirants. But is it only you in this particular race, or is it a normal activity? See, I'll tell you at this point of time, October. It's October, for October beginning only. Okay, good evening Vamshi. It's just October beginning, and many aspirants, actually most of the aspirants would be in this mind that they are left with some syllabus. Okay, but because the time coming near, the nervousness going high. So don't worry, you're not only alone in this particular race. Okay, of course there will be few students who might have done a lot of syllabus, but most of the aspirants at this point of time, okay, I also secured All India rank 9, but if I honestly say till October, for me also the syllabus left was huge. Okay, the syllabus left was huge. Okay, so don't worry about that. Okay, but I never took a pressure of it because I knew my goals. You have to define your goals. Key, what is your goal to complete the syllabus, and what is the time you are starting revision? Again, I tell you a question. Many students think revision is only January, or should I start the revision now? If you also have that questions, we will talk about those as well. Okay. Also, other than this lot of books and frustration due to this left syllabus, you also might be worried about one more important factor. Why? am I not able to recall? There must have been 1 or 2 subjects. You might have studied some time back, maybe 1 month back or 3 months back or 4 months back. Definitely, you have been completing subjects. You have been studying since so many months. Okay, so there might have been few subjects which you studied months back. Okay, maybe 2 months back, maybe 4 months back. Okay, but now at the back of the mind, you might be thinking, "Arey yaar, uska to yaad sa nahi aa raha. I'm not able to recall. Whatever I'm able to study right now, I'm able to understand, I'm able to solve question, but there is a worry backside of the brain that yaad sa to nahi aa raha, pad to liya tha, 2 months done, nothing able to recall." Okay. Is it really a problem? Okay, and if it is a problem, how to overcome? Is it only your problem? Let me tell you guys, every aspirant in GATE preparation or any competitive exam preparation, okay, will always be in a phase where he or she worries कि यार भूल गए हैं. See guys, of course you might have forgotten some formula, but if you have really studied the subjects, now once you go through it, that's where revision will come into picture. Okay, you will not take much time to overcome that subject once again. Okay, because to study the subject for the first time, it takes time. Okay, but if you are going to revise it later on, it's not going to take much time. Okay, so don't worry, these are all normal situations, okay, with most of the aspirants. Okay, just a second, guys. Yeah, yes dear, sorry, I just needed the charger. Oh, sorry, what has happened? I'm just sorry. We are on to this one. Perfect. Okay, yeah, let's continue. Sorry for the interruption. Okay, so now let's understand the science behind this. If you're into state that you're not able to recall why, there is a science behind it, and because there is a science, we will have a scientific solution to that as well. Okay, so let's learn the science behind it. And really, there is a statistical thing, there is a statistical curve which is known as, okay, have you ever heard about this? Okay, have you ever heard about this? The Ebbinghaus forgetting curve. Okay, the Ebbinghaus forgetting curve. Okay, the Ebbinghaus forgetting curve. Have you ever heard about this by chance? Okay, you can let me know in the comment box. Okay. Okay, so this person Ebbinghaus has done experiments on human brain, okay, and got to come up to a data which says that, okay, when you learn something immediately, right? When you learn something immediately, okay, it is 100% there in your memory, fresh. Okay, just fresh, taza. Okay, okay. If you need signals, if you want to learn signals, I have a big announcement at the end of the session. Okay, there's something important I'm going to tell you. Okay, so guys, 100%, okay, we are able to right now recall because we have studied a particular topic right now. But just after 20 minutes, okay, the retention will be 58%. That means almost 42% lost. Almost 42% lost. Okay, after 1 hour, okay, you're able to retain 44% of what you studied. Okay, after 9 hours, 36% of what you studied, and etc. After 31 days, okay, after 31 days, almost 21% is there in the mind. So you are able to feel, as I asked you a question, you studied a subject maybe 1 month or 2 months back, you might be feeling that you have forgotten. See, you have not totally forgotten, but you have forgotten most of the things, maybe like upper formula and bullet points, but at the end you know the concept. So that's what is this curve telling you? That we have a tendency of forgetting, and we means we all, it's not only you guys, we all. If you also have a habit of forgetting, it's natural, guys. It's been an experiment done on several human minds, and this is a well certified data. It's not a graph that I am presenting. You can search it on the Google, you will get the relevant theory out of it. Okay, so first thing I want to give you the reason, the motivation is that whatever is happening for you, if you feel you are forgetting, is absolutely normal with you. Okay, because Sometimes students feel कि यार मेरे साथ ही problem है, मैं भूल जा रहा हूँ. It is the problem with me because I forget, I am duffer, I am weak, I'm having less memory, I am having poor memory. Arey, stop cursing yourself. You are all normal. If you are a human being, you will have this tendency. Okay. If you are a human being, you'll have that tendency. ठीक है. Now, definitely this gives you a clear idea that as the time is elapsing, whatever the percent, see, it's an average data collection. For some of the people it may be less also. Okay, some of the people can have really sharp memory. Okay, for them it can be even 70-80%. For some of the students it may be 50 as well. Okay, but most of the students will follow this trend. This is the average collection of lot of samples. Okay, for you it may be some deviations, but we can call it as somewhere around it. Okay, so this clearly gives you a message that since we have the tendency of forgetting the things, so it is necessary to revise the things periodically after certain point of time. Right. Good evening, Raju. Good evening, Experiment. Okay. It is definitely important to revise the things after certain point of time. Okay. Also, because you have a statistics with you, okay, and whenever you come with the analysis, see what is very important in the preparation strategy, and every strategy important part is analysis. Okay, so if you are doing analysis, so you must have a solution, and it clearly calls that since you are forgetting, first learn 100%, but as the days goes away, this is normalized actually. Okay? I mean, this is normalized with respect to different human brains. Let's talk about the graph that after certain time you're forgetting, and you may be going below 80%. Okay, if you just keep following the trend, that after certain time you may forget most of the things. Okay, but periodically, if you give a review, what is the meaning of review? You are reviewing it, you are reviewing your content, you are revising your content. Okay, so after a certain time, when you revise it up, what happens? Again, your graph takes up a shoot. Okay, but now you studied once already, and now you have revised it. Okay, so that is hammered into the brain more and more. See guys, one simple idea. If I ask you, anybody right now, tell me what is the value of 20 into 3, okay, you will all come up and 16. For that you don't need to revise. Do you need to revise? If I ask you what is 20 into 3, you will everybody say 60. Okay, for that you don't need revision. If I ask you 100 divide by 4, you will say 25. Do you need revision there? No, you don't need revision there. Okay, don't need revision there. But suddenly if I come and ask you, dear, tell me the formula for peak overshoot. Okay, tell me the Gilbert's test of controllability and observability. Okay, then you might be in trouble. The reason is, like I told you, 20 into 3, you have been doing it since childhood. There are several things which you keep doing repeatedly. It is printed on your brain. Nobody can erase it. At any point of time, even if you're sleeping, I wake you up. Okay, you will be able to say, sir, 20 into 3 is 60. I know because I've been doing it, because I'm into regular practice of it. Okay, I'm used to it. You have to make yourself brain used to it. Okay, so now when you review it for one time, okay, then this graph, okay, the stretch of the graph will become definitely more. I mean, if you don't revise it again, okay, so that will be there in your memory, okay, for a longer period of time. Okay, for a longer period of time. So great, Ritik is coming up with an answer. That was just an example. Okay, but yeah, there may be some of the other formula which you may or somebody else might have forgotten. Okay, so that's what it is, guys. Okay, now this proves, Ritik, you have revised that. Okay, that's why you're able to say it immediately. Okay, now if you give a once again review, okay, so the more the number times you review a content, okay, the more the time it is there in your memory. Okay, so like I gave you the example 20 into 3, why it is there in your memory right now? Because you have reviewed it n number of times, almost infinite number of times you have read it. Okay, you have read this. No, Gauri, that was something related with control system of electronics. Don't worry, I just randomly took an example. Tell me the peak overshoot. It could be any of your thing. Okay, suppose general baat karte hain. Okay, tell me what is the PDF of normal distribution. Okay, what is the mean and variance formula for exponential distribution? Maths ki baat kar sakte na. Okay, so you suppose you studied exponential distribution only once 2 months back. Maybe you are not able to recall immediately, but if you have revised 2-3 times, or if you have done a lot of practice, you will be able to say the answer. That's what I'm telling. Okay, that's what I'm telling. Okay, so guys, So guys, more the number times you encounter a formula now, more it will be fresh in the memory. Okay, now more the number of time doesn't mean that every day you come and see what is exponential. Every day you come and see what is exponential distribution. No. You studied exponential distribution once. Okay, you have solved practice, you have done workbooks on it, you have done PYQs on it. Okay, then you come and revise. Okay, that is what more and more encountering a topic, more and more hammered into the memory. Okay, so more the number of times you review, okay, the deeper your graph will go. Okay, that means retention will be higher and higher for a longer period of time, and that's what you want. What is ultimately your goal? Your goal is at least till February 2024, when the GATE exam is going to conduct. Okay, what do you want right now? Suppose it is October. You want to stretch this curve, okay, so that at least 90%, okay, at least 90% of the things are retained in your memory till, okay, till what time? Okay, you want to make it something like, dear, okay, this should be 90% mark, okay, and this is what I need to achieve till February 2024, complete February, because ESC is also in that month. Okay, okay, that is what your goal is, I believe. Okay, chalo. So that's what the key to success. Okay, because I supported this whole theory by a scientific data. There is a scientifically proven curve which says that humans have the tendency to forget. ओके ठीक है मास्टर जी, कोशिश करेंगे, बट अलॉन्ग विद दैट अगर आपके कोई डाउट्स हो तो बिल्कुल आप पूछ लेना. वो डाउट्स हिंदी में, इंग्लिश में, नो मैटर, आप कैसे भी पूछ सकते हैं. सो क्योंकि देयर इज अ डेटा सपोर्टिंग इट. Okay, there's a scientific data supporting it. So let's come up with scientific revision strategy. Okay, some science I already told you. The more the number of times you revise, the more it is hammered into the memory. Okay, so now if you talk about the revision strategy, if you want to talk about revision strategy, guys, okay, there are two types of technique, the active and the passive. There are the two types of technique. Okay, that is the active and the passive. Okay, of revision. Now, what is this active? What is this passive? Let's learn about this. Okay, let's learn about this. One of the revision technique, which I put it in the category of active, is known as parallel revision. Okay, because we all know that parallel lines will always go together, will go in the same lines. What is the meaning of parallel revision? Understand? Because many students believe that revision means only at the end, I'll tell you what is the meaning of this parallel revision. Okay, many students believe that, okay, right now I have to attend a class, I am studying a subject. Okay, maybe I'm studying a subject by a class, or maybe I'm studying a subject by a standard book. Okay, but what is responsibility of most of the students? They feel that, okay, I'm watching a class. Okay, 2 hours of class done, my responsibility over. Okay, my responsibility over. Okay, so every day 2 hours, and suppose after 20 days the subject is complete. Okay, after 20 days, they will think, okay, once the subject is complete, I will start doing my efforts. But you know what will happen? Once the subject is complete, next subject is line up. Syllabus is big, Once a subject is complete, next subject will start. Okay, automatically when the next subject start, you will involve more there. You will have more tension of that, and you will never, overcome your backlog. You have already one subject completed. Okay, you have not done any revision. You have not done any practice. Okay, you thought you will do it later. Okay, but later on new subject start, you are busy there. Okay, and you keep forgetting the old. Why you keep forgetting the old? Because you only studied through the class, you followed the class, you understood the class, beautifully you understood the class, but you did not make your own practice. You did not do your own practice. High tendency you forget the subject, high tendency. So parallel revision, don't wait for the subject to over. What I did, see, I have got All India rank 9 in almost in 5.5 months of preparation. I was a third year student. Okay, the simple reason is I always believed, and I always tell the students for the past 12-13 years, go for parallel revision. Suppose you watch a 2 hours class. What should be your duty? Okay, after watching a 2 hours or 3 hours class, whatever it is, at the same day, okay, at the end of the day, or maybe next day early morning, this is your choice. Okay, suppose you attend a class right now. Okay, maybe later, end of the day, or maybe tomorrow early morning, whatever suits you more, you should revise up that entire class. Okay, you should revise means you don't have to watch the class 2 hours again. Okay, but you have got the class notes. Maybe you can download the class PDF, or maybe you have made your notes. Quickly review it. Okay, and whatever questions were discussed in the class, review it. Okay, are you able to do it independently? Because in class there is somebody always telling you this is the next step, this is the next step, so you are able to solve the question. But when you are sitting independently, are you able to solve the question? Okay, just look into it. Okay, so go through the class notes and class questions once quickly. Okay, that because it is a fresh class. Now, आज ही आपने 2 hours study किया है, तो maybe it will not take more than 20 minutes or around. Okay, so 20 minutes you can revise that class. After that revision, solve the questions. Whatever workbook you are following, whatever practice book you are following, solve the questions from that. Okay, solve the questions from that. Okay, once a chapter is complete, okay, on a daily basis, solve the questions and revise. Once a chapter is complete, maybe 3-4 days a chapter is complete. Next 3-4 days another chapter is complete. Once a particular chapter is complete, solve the PYQs of that chapter. Okay. So what will happen is as I'm telling you, parallel lines go together. Suppose I am taking a particular subject, okay, and this is the last day of my class. Okay, this is the last day of my class. Okay, suppose the last day of my class is X. When will you finish the syllabus? Okay, almost parallelly with me, suppose you can take a margin X plus 2. X plus 2. You understand what I mean? Okay, so you have almost done, you have almost been following me. Okay, only last chapter I completed. That last chapter you will solve workbook and PYQs. So maybe within the next 2 days you also complete up the subject. Okay, that is what parallel revision is. You should not wait, let the next subject start, then I will revise the previous one. You will never be able to do it. So number one technique, okay, so that you don't forget most of the things is, okay, please follow this parallel revision always. Okay, अगर अभी तक follow किया है तो well and good. If not followed, you can implement it for the subjects that you are going through right now. Okay, revise it up parallelly. Okay, because parallelly means you have studied a subject right now, you have understood the concept. अभी आप question solve करोगे, okay, अभी subject perfect हो जाएगा. If you forget the subject and if you solve the question after 1 month, you will forget many of the things. Okay, so there you have to again study the subject and then go for the question. Okay. Good evening, Ashok. And guys, just a few minutes more, let me complete the content and then I will take up your doubts. Okay. Now, the second, active technique that I tell you, this is also considered within the active technique only, is the way of learning. Now, who forgets most of the thing? Okay, who forgets most of the thing? The student who is just studying the formula based. Okay, who is maybe just studying a subject and not practicing. Yeah, just studying the formula. Formula ek baar dekh liya, not practicing. Okay, you should ask. Okay, you should solve questions. As I already told you, it is linked with the parallel revision. Once a class is completed, you should revise it up and solve the questions immediately. Also, whatever topic you are studying, okay, you should keep asking, okay, when? Okay, what? How? If a phenomena has been explained, okay, you should know, okay, how the phenomena occurred. Okay, what is the reason behind the phenomena? That means the proper way of learning, in-depth understanding of a subject. What I mean is, okay, if you are understanding a concept in depth, na, it is more hammered into the brain. Okay, क्योंकि आप समझ रहे हो उसको, रट्टा नहीं मार रहे हो. You are not memorizing it just. Because if you just memorize a topic without understanding it, okay, high chances you will forget. But if you understand, na, okay, it will be there in the brain for longer time. And when you go for the revision also, it will be easier to revise it up. Okay. So if you understand something, that's what I'm telling now. I believe if you have really understood the subject and if you feel you have forgotten, don't worry, you will revise it up within small time. Okay, because you have understood it. But many students only formula based approach. Okay, so you will totally forget the subject after 1 or 2 months. Okay, so your way of learning and parallel revision, you have to keep it balanced. Okay, and next active technique of learning is discussion. Okay, sometimes keep discussing, not always. Okay, always you might not have time, but sometimes, suppose if you are a college going student, okay, whatever you are studying, कुछ important लगता है, कुछ crucial लगता है, तो go to the college, okay, maybe 5-10 minutes, have a discussion with friends. Oh, yesterday, I learned about this concept. I learned normal distribution. I learned setup time, hold time. I learned this concept. Okay, what is your opinion on this topic? How much do you know about this topic? थोड़ा 5-10 मिनट का एक चर्चा कर लोगे ना. Okay, so already you have studied a subject and now you are discussing. Okay, that will raise your confidence because you think you are able to know the subject. Okay, if you are discussing, maybe your friend will add on to a point. The subject will become more strong. Okay, so that is what. Okay, so there are some important active techniques for revision, which I told you. As I told you, revision techniques will be active as passive, and active means keep revising the subject parallelly. What is the meaning of parallel revision? I told you. Okay, go for in-depth understanding of subject. Okay, why, if a phenomena is happening, why happening, how happening, all that thing, if you know, more better understanding, and okay, active discussions. Okay, and discussions among the friends. This is not always possible, but whenever possible, try to involve in some discussions. Not longer discussion, it will waste your time also. Maybe small discussions you can have. Okay, now let's come to, okay, the passive revision technique. Now, what is the passive revision technique? Okay, is the notes making. So you are watching a class or you are studying a book. Okay, many times students don't try to make their notes. Okay, it is always important to make your own notes, even though you get the class PDF. Why? Because when you make the notes, okay, when you make your notes, a part of your brain is thinking about that topic, na? Okay. ऐसा तो है नहीं कि आप कुछ और सोच रहे हो और अपने आप your writing control system automatically you are writing maths. No, if you are writing a particular chapter of maths, okay, you are recalling it and writing, na? Okay. If you are not able to recall something, you will watch the class and then write. Now, so somehow you are involved in that particular topic. Okay, indirectly you are revising it. Okay, and since you are writing something, you write, it is again hammered into the brain for longer time. Something you write, why notes making is important? Because something you write, it is hammered into the brain for a longer period of time as compared to if you don't write it up. Okay, so you should be involved in the notes making process, very important. Okay, one more important passive technique is, okay, is the again related with notes but very important short notes or formula notes or the highlighters, the bullet points. Okay, the short notes. Okay, now short notes. Okay, there is one thing known as detailed notes. Okay, there is something known as short notes. Short note means, okay, once you finish, when you should make short notes. पहले ये बताता हूँ. Okay, the class notes can be made immediately after the class. As I told you, go for parallel revision, and once you have done the parallel revision, okay, you can make your own notes. Okay, this is complete detailed class notes. Short notes कब बनाने चाहिए? Short notes you should make after you have watched the class, after you have done its revision, after you have solved the questions, workbook questions, and after you have solved the previous year question. When will you solve the previous year question? Usually after chapter completion. After every class you cannot solve previous year questions, but after a chapter completes you can solve previous year question. Now, why to make short notes after the question practice? Because short notes should also include the tricks and the important points. Okay, tricks kab hoga? Your own tricks you can develop once you are good into practice. Okay, so watch a class, okay, complete the revision, solve the workbook question, solve the previous year questions. Okay, that means after a chapter is complete, you will do the previous year questions and then you know everything. Acha, one more thing, after doing the previous year questions, you also know ki whether that area is how much important, and from this chapter, what formulas are more being coming in the GATE exam. Okay, so that definitely must come in the short notes. Short notes should be short. सब कुछ लोग पूरा लिख देते हैं. पूरा क्यों लिखना? It is like full notes only. Okay, so that's why short notes should be there after the complete practice also, so that somebody understands what are the important points, what is coming in the GATE more and more. Are there any tricks involved? Maybe while solving previous questions or workbook question, you are able to understand some tricks. Maybe you are able to develop your own tricks कि यार मैं तो ऐसे कर सकता हूँ. Every such trick will be there in the short notes. The short notes means, okay, bullet points, important formulas, and your own tips and techniques to be included. Okay, if you feel one or two, not all, but if you feel one or two questions are very important for your understanding, that question can be in the short notes. Okay, but not all. Short notes usually doesn't include much questions, but if you believe one or two questions are really, assisting you to learn that topic, that can also be in the short notes. Okay, so that is why I'm suggesting you, after you complete the workbook and PYQ for a chapter, then you should make the short notes. Then you will be really understood of that topic. ठीक है, तब आप उसका perfect analysis लिख सकते हो. The short note is a brief summary with the perfect analysis of that chapter. Okay, KK, tell me your branch. ठीक है. All right, so this is what is the next important passive technique. Okay, next important passive technique. Okay, now one more very important thing, guys. Please, it's a request. Some bad habits. Okay, some bad habits of the students. Yes, go forward, electrical. Go forward, KK. Okay, go forward. You'll find decent questions. Only thing is, for core, you have to also refer to some more practice content. But at least for your common areas like, maybe signals, control, network, digital, analog, will find good practice there. Even maths and all, you will find really good practice. Core ka bhi theek hai, but core means little bit more practice. Machines, power system mein, from other material also. KK. theek hai? So you have to come out of your comfort zone. Okay. Again, two or three more psychological reasons ki why students are forgetting. Okay. Many students have the habit, okay, of studying this way, studying while sleeping. Just coming to your point also, Manikandan, let me complete it up. Almost I'm about to complete my points, and then it is question and answer between you and me. Okay. Many, if you are also one of them, okay, if you enjoy watching, if you enjoy studying while you are, lying down, it's a bad habit. Always sit down, sit straight on a table, neat and systematic plate, fixed place. Acha, also manage a fixed place. Sometimes you are studying in your studying room, sometimes you go to the bedroom, sometimes you're studying in living room, or if you are a hostler, sometimes you're studying in the terrace, sometimes in the room, sometimes in the mess, sometimes in the etc etc. No, you should have a fixed place, yaar. If I have to work every day, I go to BYJU'S exam prep office, na? Okay. Similarly, guys, for students also, there should be a fixed place. It gives you a motivation and positive environment with respect to that place. Okay. And they should sit straight. Okay. ऐसे पढ़ोगे ना, half of your brain is sleeping in the world. You might get asleep also many a time. So please don't follow these techniques of studying. That is the reason you forget most of the things, and then you curse yourself that my memory is weak and blah blah blah. Okay. Your techniques are bad. Your memory is not bad. Your techniques are bad. Okay. Now some people, Arey sir, I like music. And they even support themselves, they even, back up themselves. Sir, I even like, music, and it doesn't hamper my preparation also. But whenever you are studying with music, you might be able to understand, no problem. But still a portion of the brain is occupied. कुछ तो सुन रहा होगा ना, brain है, गाना जा रहा है कान में, directly connecting the headphone. Okay. Some portion of the brain will be occupied there. You are reducing your efficiency. You are increasing the chance to forget that particular topic. So please come out of the comfort zone. Don't say that I am comfortable lying down and studying, or I am comfortable with music. No. Even guys, when my preparation time, even suppose if I am studying till 4 a.m. in the night, hota tha kabhi kabhi on a stretch I am going till 4 a.m. in the night. Okay, my topic is good and I am just in the continuity. I am studying till 4 a.m. in the night since evening. Okay, still I will always be sitting. If I am tired, if I feel that I need rest, I will go, I will sleep, I will wake up next morning, no problem. But don't do half-hearted things. Don't do formality. Okay. Don't do formality. Okay. It's like neither you are sleeping, neither you are studying. You're just wasting time. Better take sleep. If you are tired, take sleep, go, no problem. होता है कभी कभी थक जाते हैं. Okay, next day morning I will wake up and study with efficiency. I will sit down, I will take up my pen, paper, notes, everything, laptop and all, and I will be ready with my gadgets and I'll start studying. They have that attitude. No problem. Everybody will be tired at some point of time. Okay, at some point of time. Okay, so please just come out of the comfort zone, and if you are tired, okay, no problem. So sometimes if you're tired, you're exhausted, you want to listen to the music, guys, take a 10 minutes break, chill out, 15 minutes break, listen to the music completely. But come back next 2 hours, be efficient. Come back next 2 hours, be efficient in studying. Don't mix the things, don't mix comfort and preparation. Okay, if you're tired, take rest, no problem. Okay, if you are exhausted, you want to listen music, listen to 10-15 minutes of music. 2-3 बढ़िया एकदम धमाकेदार गाने सुन लो. Whatever your preference is, धमाकेदार or slow गाना, that is your call. Okay, but if you are studying, it is only study. Okay, and that study will be more efficient. Okay, that study will be more efficient. So these are also the reasons you forget things. Okay, you forget things. Okay. So now some more important points I'll tell you based on what your preparation status may be right now. Okay, but yeah, guys, if you want more and more practice for your GATE preparation, okay, your notes, you want practice material, you want practice quizzes, you want practice live sessions, lots of things can be there on the BYJU'S exam prep. So you can also incorporate BYJU'S exam prep in your preparation. That can help you assist in lot of preparation activities. Okay, so you can download from the Google Play Store. You can participate with your fellow friends. You can see where do you stand in the leaderboard after a lot of practice, or there is also a link in the description of the video. You can directly download the app using that particular link. Okay ji, chalte. So now approximately 120 days left. Okay, now there is a big question in students' mind, as I'm able to see some of the comments also. I will take those comments also personally. Okay, but there are students that might be thinking, sir, syllabus is also left, revision also to be done. Okay, what to be done? Okay, whether revision is the priority, whether syllabus is the priority. Okay, so approx 120 days left, na? Approx 120 days left. Okay, now you might be in the category that 60 to 70% syllabus is complete for you. Okay, so let's divide into 2-3 cases. Okay, you might be a student whose 60, well, the majority syllabus is complete. Okay, say 60 or more than 60% syllabus is complete. Okay, so now suppose you are studying, let's take a rough figure. Suppose you are studying 10 hours a day. Rough figure. Okay, to explain you, I'll take a simple figure always. Suppose you are studying 10 hours a day. Okay, so because your syllabus is complete, okay, your major syllabus is complete, you can dedicate 4 hours for revision. 40% can be your revision time. It is important to go back to the previous old subjects because your syllabus left is not big. Okay. 20% time should be in the test. Okay, that is 2 hours should be dedicated to the test and test and test and test and test. Okay, test and test and test and test and test. Okay. Okay, maybe sometime subject test, sometime topic test, etc. Okay, so 2 hours on an average daily test. Okay, sometimes it may be mock test also. So 3 or 4 hours one day in a test, next day you can skip it up. Average I am telling you. Okay, next 30% time, that is 3 hours for the new syllabus. 3 hours for the new syllabus. So since around you are left with 30-35% syllabus, okay, you will be able to deal with this. Okay. Yeah, you will be able to deal with this. You know, even if you dedicate 30% time for new syllabus, that is 3 hours. Okay, you will be able to deal with this. Okay, and then 10%, that is 1 hour approximately, you can have the time for the weaker subjects. Okay, for the weaker subjects. It is important to see maximum. See, once you are done with 60 to 70% syllabus, the maximum priority I am giving is for revision, because that 60-70%. Before you forget lot of things, it is important to bring back to the memory. It is important to capitalize. That is why the big priority here is the revision here. Getting it? Okay, of course, you are parallelly focusing on the new syllabus also, but you are also spending time for revision. Clear everybody? Okay, so now next. Now, you might be someone, okay, whose syllabus is totally complete. Sir, pura karke baithe. There might be, I told you in the beginning, there might be few students totally done. Okay, so for you, if you are again studying 10 hours a day, see guys, last 3 to 4 months, I expect your average preparation time will be 10 hours. Okay, maybe 8 hours right now. Maybe next month it will improve to 10. Last month it can be 11-12 hours. So approx average 10 hours maan sakta hu main last 3-4 months. 50% revision time. 5 hours you are revising whatever you have syllabus complete. 3 hours you are only engaged in tests. Lots of tests. Okay. Sometimes subject, sometimes topics, and maximum mock test. Because your syllabus is done, your major focus should be mock test. Okay, and 2 hours, because your syllabus is complete, you should give 2 hours at least for the weak subjects. I know every student will have weak subjects. If you really want to top the exam, if you really want to get good rank, you have to focus here. Okay, you have to prioritize this. Many students will discard the weak area. Those who discard their weak, those who neglect their weak area, they never achieve the good ranks. They get some success, but not the good rank. Those who even realize that weak area is, and how do you realize weak area? That is why I'm telling you, lots and lots of tests. Even in the previous case, I told you, lots and lots of tests will tell you what are the weak areas, and you have to give some time to the weak area so that you overcome it. 4 months are still there, 120 days are there, you will be able to overcome it. Okay, sure. So this is also some important highlights I want to tell you. Okay, also revision. I'm telling you, revise 50% time, revise 40% time, revise. What is the revision including? Okay, what is the meaning of revision? What all you need to include in the revision now? Okay, so guys, that depends on the subject. Some subjects will be core, heavy weighted subject, difficult subjects. Okay, so if it is a core and difficult subject for you, you should, revise what? You should definitely revise the detailed notes also. Here you should not compromise with short notes, revise the detailed notes. Okay, and also, in the revision cycle includes the standard questions either from book or workbook, whatever it is. Maybe your book, or maybe you have practice workbook. Okay, PYQs also in the revision, and of course, subject-wise test can be there. If it is a moderate level subject, you can revise through short notes. Okay, some workbook questions, not all, but some standard books or workbook questions, can come up here. PYQs compulsorily in the revision cycle also. Okay, and the test. Okay, if it is easy and scoring subjects, then sorry, I think here also short only will come. That's a typo error. Short notes, there you can skip the workbook questions. If it is directly very easy subject, revise the short notes, go through the PYQs again and do that subject test. This is what revision should include. Okay, now if you analyze the techniques that I've given you, like revision at the end, parallel revisions, there's some suggestions I've given you. One last point, how many times you're actually revising, to bring yourself to a perfect stage? Let me answer that question, and then guys, just coming to your question and answer after this topic. So how many times actually, your revision should be complete? Okay, so number one, you are doing the parallel revision automatically. If you really want to go with that suggestion, I told you, number one, I started with parallel revision. Please follow it, you will be benefited out of it. Okay, so number one, parallel revision. So you are revising the subject along with you study. Number one revision cycle. Once after the completion of subject. Now, parallelly you have finished the subject. But once a subject is finished, once you are done with all chapter PYQs and all chapter tests, at the end, you have to go for subject test, I told you. Now, if you are going for a subject test at the end, how will you go to subject is you will revise the subject once. So what is suggested that once you complete the subject with the parallel revision, revise the subject quickly once again, okay, not take much time, quickly, and go for a subject test. So one revision after the subject. You know, if you follow parallel revision and one revision just after subject completion, you will be damn perfect in the subject. You will be really very good in the subject. Okay, then you will remember it for a longer time. Remember that curve. More number of times you review a topic, okay, your graph will be stretched more and more and more. That you have to expand your graph. Okay, graph has to expand. Okay, now you are done with subject test now. Okay, after the subject. So with that subject test will tell you how good you are into that subject. If you have scored good, you are good. If you have scored low marks like only 30-40%, you are weak in the subject. So suppose if it is a difficult or weak subject for you, okay, you can revise it again after with the ongoing subject. Suppose next subject may be easy, okay, but the previous subject for you it was difficult, you were not able to score much, so you can mix it up. Okay, you can mix it up. Agar ek baar acha nahi gaya subject test, okay, so revise it again with the another ongoing with the next subject parallelly. Okay, now main revision, as I told you, October to December. Okay, it's a revision cycle. See, October started. But whether your syllabus, I told you, let me go back once again, whether your syllabus is 60% complete or syllabus is totally complete, but now revision should start. Acha, if some of you are feeling that your syllabus is only 40-50% complete, aap bhi sun lena. Okay, this is a time where I believe 60% syllabus must be done, but suppose you are on to the stage where your only 50% syllabus is complete, still you should have revision time. Maybe it can be 20% for you, but it will not be zero for anybody right now. Let me make one clear statement in the session that it is October, revision starts now. If your syllabus is only 40-50% complete also, so for you revision time can be small, 20%, but it has to be there. It cannot be zero, it cannot be zero, it cannot be zero. Okay, listen to these words. So that is why, okay, so that's what I'm telling. Our revision cycle has already started from you, October to December it is going, and the proper final super revision, okay, only mock test and super revision, formula revision in the January. Okay, this is what normally if you are following, you will never, you'll most likely not forget most of the topics in the GATE exam and you are ensured to get a good rank. Many people, are still good in the concepts, but they forget most of the things exam time. Okay, rank nahi aaya, kya karoge, rank nahi aaya, okay. So guys, look into that, what mode you are into it and where you are going. Okay, where you are going. Now, one big announcement for all of you guys. Okay, signal and system, very important subject, be it EC or EE or IN, very important subject. The weightage is also good here. Okay, so if you are one of the student, just a second. Okay, so guys, let's practice some question from one of the wonderful books of signal and system, one of the best books of signal and system, that is the Oppenheim and Wilsky. Okay, many students are not able to solve the questions of standard book, and they are not able to read standard book, maybe because of the difficulty level, maybe because of the time. Okay, but if you really want good question practice of signal and system, good means relevant to GATE. Good always doesn't mean that unnecessary difficult question, but whatever is matching with the GATE and ESE level, guys. So I have taken this initiative that for GATE 2024 signal and system, let's solve some important question from Oppenheim and Wilsky live on YouTube. Live on YouTube. Okay, for every chapter. Okay. This himself is the very, very famous Dr. Oppenheim. Okay, the main author for the book. Okay, so we are discussing it live on the YouTube. Okay, topic by topic, every chapter. Okay, chapter by chapter. Okay, chapter by chapter. Okay, and this starts from 9th October. That is Monday. Monday, 9th October. My regular class times 9 p.m. Monday to weekdays I take the 9 p.m. YouTube session. आज सैटरडे था तो आज 8 o'clock ले लिया, no issues. Okay, तो 9 p.m. Okay, 9 p.m. Okay, you can attend live with me, chapter by chapter, every chapter. Okay, and chapter name as per the name of the book, as per what is written in the book. Okay, like basics chapter, or you can say LTI system chapter, or you can say continuous time Fourier transform chapter, whatever. From every chapter, daily we will discuss some questions. Okay, daily we will discuss some questions, chapter by chapter. Okay, so you can say around 10-11 chapters will be there, so we will have around 10-11 sessions also. ठीक है? Right, so this is what is the initiative. Similarly, Sanjay Rathi sir will also bring up similar sessions. Okay, maybe he'll bring up network theory questions from Sadiku. Again, one of the best book for network theory is Sadiku. From there, he'll bring up some questions. So, right, and if you like this initiative, we will do it for other subjects also. Let's see how students are responding. If you like this, if you really want standard book questions discussion, we will bring it for other subjects also. Okay guys, so the GATE 2024 crash course is available. So if you're not done with the syllabus, if you want proper revision, okay, if you want complete syllabus coverage in the remaining time through live classes or recorded lectures, whatever you want, both options are available. Study material, mock test, practice quizzes through your best faculty. You can join to the GATE 2024 crash course. Okay, if you have any queries regarding to the course, the timings, the fees, or etc., you can immediately contact 924-133-666, 924-133-666, and get all your doubts rectified regarding to the course. Okay, so guys, that's it from my side, and now I shall take up some of your questions. Please let me know. Okay, I'm sorry I was not able to answer all the queries in between. I thought let me cover up my content, let me not spoil the flow, but now let me know if you have any queries. Yes. Manikandan says, I am a dropper and completed 4 subjects only yet, sir. For EMT, can I omit Maxwell and boundary condition or any other chapter because of the subject in not? See, Manikandan, if you feel that you have done only 4 subjects, so yes, EMT, don't skip EMT, but basically go through the Maxwell's equations. Basically, don't go into question practice and don't go into derivation. Boundary condition, if you want, skip kar do, because you directly don't get a lot of questions from boundary condition, but you get the question on reflection refraction part. But make yourself good in the wave propagation, transmission line, antenna, and waveguide, because majorly for EC questions will come from there. You can adopt that. Okay, all right. So you can solve more and more questions with COA Gauri. Okay, or you can watch more classes. Late night series maths and aptitude Jashwant. Okay, noted. I'll try to plan it up. From a lot of time late night series is not going on. Chalo usko bhi plan karenge. Okay. Up to November 8 syllabus completion is okay. Good. Nani, that's good. That's good. Up to November 8 syllabus completion is a good stage actually. A really good stage. Appreciable. Okay. Gautam says, I'm revising subjects after 3 months. It's taking more than a week for each subject. Again, see Gautam, it will take some time. Ideally, it should not be more than a week. But again, maybe you've done it long back, or maybe your practice was not that perfect. But now if it is taking, let it take. But revision, you don't please compromise. Okay. Again, that's what Dhanu, I told you. Now, how much time for revision for each subject again depends how you studied the subject for the first time. That's what I was explaining you. Agar first time you had studied it through parallel revision and question practice, everything, then you will take, I think, 3-4 days. In the first time, if you just studied it once and left it, then you can take around 8 to 10 days also. It depends how your first cycle was. Okay. How many PYQs, Shan Vicky? 10-15 years minimum 10-15 years. But ideally 20 years tak karo, it is good. So see how much syllabus is left, how much time you have. But 10-15 years minimum. Usse below mat karna. But ideally 20 years. Okay. So you must do, Shanviki. Okay. If your target is only GATE, so ESE PYQ is optional. Again, if you have less time, skip it up. That's not compulsory. But GATE PYQ is very much compulsory. Okay. You can go for comprehensive course, Manikandan. That is more suggestible, but if you're not able to find time, you can even revise through crash course. I think around 20 October EMT is also starting in crash course, so you can follow that. Okay. No, Gauri, either recorded videos or either live video, any one of them. Any one of them. Why you need to go for both? Any one of them. Vicky, fluency in English is all about practicing and speaking more about this. More and more you try to communicate with your friends and surroundings in English, so you will become fluent. That fluency cannot be obtained through books, can only be obtained by practice. It's like practice. Okay. How can you be good in sports, suppose cricket or table tennis, anything? When you play more about it. Learning it will not help you. That's what is the same with English as well. Thank you, Nani. All the very best. God bless you. See, 40% still left, Shavag. What's the exact name? Sehwag. I was able to read Sehwag, Virendra Sehwag. Okay. So, dekho, if your 40% syllabus is left, so I will say October, November, you don't go for much mock test, but still go for maybe one mock test, 1 October, 1 November. Okay, once in a month to kar sakte ho. Not because to score. Maybe syllabus is left, you will not score much, but at least to be compatible with the 3-hour pattern sitting on a computer screen. But December, January, you have to maximize the mock test. So right now, focus on revision and completion of the new subject syllabus. Mock test, just once a month also, just do it. That too for practice of the computer based test. Okay, you can score less, no problem initially. Okay, no problem. Gautam, if you're EC, don't worry. There will be some marathon session that we will, not me, because COA will be taken by a computer science faculty. Probably I'll request Satya sir to take that. So we'll take one marathon for EC students, especially for COA. Okay, because CO is not a subject for EC. It is a topic of digital. Okay, one question, that to maximum. Either 0 question or 1 question from COA for electronics. Okay, so you cannot spend much time there. Okay, so don't worry, we'll bring up some marathon session, to summarize the thing and whatever the important points you need to study. Signals class, YouTube 9 p.m. Okay, this will be, this one you are talking about, this will be at 9 p.m. Okay, 9 p.m. dear, 9 p.m. And I'll keep posting in the Telegram. Don't worry. So let's meet on the Monday 9 p.m. And also guys, tomorrow, okay, tomorrow, there is a session tomorrow also. So those who are looking for some maths practice, tomorrow at 11 a.m. So guys, if you are following me or if you are following this channel, you must be knowing every Sunday 11 a.m. something out of the maths or aptitude you are getting. So Sunday I give you for your maths or aptitude preparation. Tomorrow, differential calculus question practice. Okay, 21 questions from differential calculus to revise up the concepts of differential calculus. Sara revision ho jayega usse. Be it continuity, differentiability, limit, maxima, minima, partial derivatives, everything. Okay, will come up in this particular session. Okay, tomorrow 11 a.m. 21 questions will be there. Let me share you the link of the tomorrow sessions at least. Just allow me a minute. Just a second. I shall share it with you. Hanji. So this is the link for tomorrow's class if you want to join. Okay, what the differential calculus 21 question. It's not 21 question. It's actually the complete revision of differential calculus through the 21 question. Okay, complete revision through the 21 questions. ठीक है जी? Okay, so if you want, you can join tomorrow, same channel, 11 a.m. If you're not subscribed, be subscribed so that you are aware about all the classes happening. Okay. No, I told you, na Gauri. Okay, why? Either follow the live class or either record it. If you are able to manage time with live class, best. Suppose you miss the live class, then watch the recording. Why to do both? Okay, एक चीज को एक बार सुन लिया. After that, your effort should come up rather than listening to the same class again. Your effort, your notes, your note making time, your question solving time. That should be more, na Gauri. See, Shan, for most of the PSUs, okay, age limit is 27, but then not for all, okay. But for MTech, you are not at all late, okay. For some organizations, like especially, the power corporations of the states, okay, if you look into the recent notifications, what the different, every state will have the recruitment for, the power transmission systems, their age limit is more. So for some of the organizations, age limit is really more. So don't be totally demotivated. Of course, for many PSUs, you will miss out, but don't worry. Still more options. So think about that. Jo nahi ho sakta, see, you can't turn back your age, na? Shan. So whatever you can't do, if you think about that, you're always worried and demotivated. That you cannot overcome. Na? You can't change your age. Okay. But try to think about the other PSUs that are available for you. Try to think about the MTech opportunity. Try to think about the engineering services. So try to think about the options which are available to keep you motivated. Always there are negatives and positive. Okay. किसके बारे में सोचना है आपका decision है. No, what I'm telling Gauri, for a particular topic, whatever, if you have followed one particular session, maybe live or recorded, it is sufficient. Okay. That's what I want to tell you. Okay. Chalo guys, that's it. The time is 9:07. Let me conclude the session now. Okay, hope you liked it up. And guys, any more queries if you have, you can also be connected with me on the Telegram. Okay, you can also be connected with me on the Telegram and ask your queries there, either in the group or you can send me the DM. Okay. Yes, Manikandan, there can be possibilities. Okay, for the offline center, not immediately, but yeah, we'll come up with those possibilities. Some announcements coming up quickly in some time. Okay, so in case you want to be connected with me on Telegram, I shared you the Telegram link also. That's it guys, bye bye, good night, stay safe. Thank you all the very best for your GATE 2024 preparation. Okay, keep revising up, okay, and keep following some trends that I told you. Hope they help you. Bye bye, stay safe.